Hello folks. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Faxstein. I am Popeye, the Sailor Man.
Hello folks. I am Popeye, the Sailor Man. Are you a slow learner? Don't worry. Today I am going to teach you some effective techniques, how to learn anything faster. Let's go. Number 1, take transcribed notes or write it down on your rough note. You're bound to recollect something you've recorded. In case you're in a class, listen cautiously to the talk and scribble down the watchwords and expressions you hear. In case you're taking in something on the web or from a book, change what you read in the most natural sounding way for you, since that can assist with imbuing it better in your memory. That way, you'll have the option to review it more quickly. Just after you take them, go through your notes and arrange them in a more organized manner so they're simpler to survey. Number 2, let's assume it's so anyone can hear. Hearing yourself rehash the data assists you with recollecting that it's simpler. Peruse resoundingly in case you're concentrating from a book, site, or your notes. Go gradually through the contents so you don't skirt anything significant. Have a go at pointing at the words, as you read them to assist you with submitting them to memory significantly more. The more you say the data so anyone can hear, the simpler it will pull it off the highest point of your head. Number 3, attempt self-testing. Test yourself so you see what points you actually need to survey. After you've perused or worked on something, test your memory by discussing all that you just educated. In the event that you need to recollect watchwords or expressions, have a go at recording their definitions without finding them. Cause note of what you to experience difficulty recollecting, so you can return and practice it some more. That way, you're not fooling around zeroing in on things you definitely know well. For instance, in case you're trying yourself on the reading material section, sum up all that occurred in the most natural sounding way for you. Then, at that point check for any catchphrases toward the finish of the section, and attempt to characterize them. Number 4: show the data to another person. Clarifying something assists you with holding the primary concerns. Have one of your companions pay attention to you, as you attempt to show them the subject you've been learning. Attempt to reveal to them all that you know in an unmistakable and direct manner so you don't confound them. Inquire as to whether they comprehend, or then again in the event that they need a superior clarification. For instance, in case you're finding out about science, take a stab at showing somebody the intermittent table, and how the synthetics bond. Number 5, utilize memory aids. Consolidate letters and garbage sentences to recall complex themes. On the off chance that you need to retain a rundown of data or a more unique idea, contract the principal letter of everything. You can likewise take a stab at making an entertaining sentence that is simpler to recollect. Since your partner visuals and pictures with the idea, you'll make some simpler memories recalling. Since you just need to recollect more limited expressions, you will not invest as much energy on the troublesome subjects. For instance, in case you're learning music, and need to become familiar with the notes on a high-pitched clef, you may utilize the sentence, "Each good boy deserves fudge to recall the notes E, G, B, D, and F." You'll recall complex points on the off chance that you relate them to something different. Intense subjects can be difficult to fold your head over on the off chance that you can't picture them. Number 6, make a similarity to something you definitely know. Attempt to contrast what you're realizing with something different that you definitely know so you can imagine and review it simpler. Since you as of now have a relationship to something else you know well, you will review it a ton easier. For instance, in the event that you experience difficulty understanding the construction of an iota, you may contrast it with the closed planetary system. The electrons turn around the core of a particle, actually like the planets circumvent the sun, as another model, assuming you need to recollect that the glia cells in your cerebrum hold neurons set up. You may contrast them with a container of paste holding the neurons together. Number 7. Space out your audit meetings. You'll have better long-haul memory in the event that you practice habitually. Maybe than attempting to pack the entirety of the data in a short measure of time. Take as much time as is needed learning. Continuously survey data from your last practice meeting for a brief period in the accompanying meeting so you remember about it. Since you're going over the data on different occasions, it'll be significantly simpler to review and work on your memory. For instance, in case you're learning Spanish, you may begin by framing sentences with the vocab words from your last investigation meeting. For your present meeting, take a stab at adding some new words and utilizing them in sentences too. As another model, in case you're attempting to get guitar, practice the fundamental scales and harmonies consistently prior to moving on to more mind-boggling tunes or procedures. Packing just works for the time being, and you're bound to fail to remember the data you learned. Number 8. Change your training procedure every day. Making slight changes while learning assists you with getting it speedier. Doing precisely the same thing consistently can make your cerebrum fall into a daily schedule. All things being equal, accelerate your investigation meeting or add a slight variety, for example, playing a learning game or increasing the trouble, so it challenges you in an alternate way. Since you need to adjust to the new circumstance, it imbues the data faster. For instance, in case you're attempting to gain proficiency with another dialect, have a go at recording the words and interpretations right off the bat. On the subsequent day, make a game where you match every interpretation to the word. As another model, in case you're figuring out how to appropriately swing a slugger, you may do customary practice swings one day, however then, at that point attempt a weighted bat the following day. Number 9. Enjoy a 5-minute reprieve every hour. Indeed, even a short breather gives your cerebrum some ideal opportunity to pull together. Your mind gets worn out when you overburden it with data. Attempt to give yourself a couple of moments consistently to rest and move back based on the thing you're learning. Set aside the effort to get up, stretch, and accomplish something unwinding. Toward the finish of your break, center back around your investigations with a reasonable psyche. Since you've given your cerebrum some ideal opportunity to unwind, it'll be simpler for you to get on the information. Attempt the Pomodoro method. Keep on track and buckle down for 25 minutes prior to requiring a 5-minute split to step away totally. Number 10. Quit performing various tasks. Attempting to do a lot on the double makes it harder to learn. At the point when it's the ideal opportunity for you to examine, get in the zone and just work regarding each matter in turn. Attempt to abstain from sitting in front of the TV, checking your telephone, or contemplating other material while you're learning, since you'll make some harder memories recalling the subject you need to zero in on. Despite the fact that you may believe you're learning more on the double, you're bound to get confounded and need to return to audit the themes later on. Number 11. Disclose to yourself you can do it. On the off chance that you want to learn something, you're bound to succeed. We realize that it very well may be somewhat overwhelming to learn something complex. However, it gets much simpler on the off chance that you confide in yourself. At whatever point you have a negative pondered learning, push it back and supplant it with something positive instead. With a positive mentality, you'll be more anxious to adapt so you're ready to get the hang of a new ability much quicker. For instance, as opposed to suspecting, "I'll always be unable to get this," you can rethink it as, "On the off chance that I set my attention to it, I can get familiar with this." Remember the advantages of what you're realizing while you're adapting so you stay amped up for it. For instance, in case you're a professional skater learning another move, you'll feel more spurred to rehearse on the off chance that you consider how it will improve your everyday practice. Number 12. Exercise routinely. Exercise gives a lift to your memory. Studies have shown that you have further developed memory subsequent to doing high-impact works out. It additionally helps increment your body's creation of a protein that upholds how your synapses develop and work. Attempt to get in around 20 minutes of activity during the day to keep your body sound and your cerebrum invigorated. Since practice invigorates your mind, you'll have much better memory and learning capacity. Number 13. Get more rest. Your mind measures your recollections while you're sleeping. Attempt to get a decent night's snooze between your examination meetings since it will assist you with holding the data better. Attempt to follow a similar rest plan each day so it turns into an everyday practice. Keep your room cool and dull so you get the most peaceful rest. Since rest assists you with shaping long-haul recollections, you'll get the new expertise or points significantly speedier. You for the most part need around 7 to 9 hours of rest each night.
Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.